There are so many reasons to keep moving your body, and the reason I'm here to talk to you about today is relieving stress. And stress doesn't have to be necessarily like the most traumatic event in your life, although movement is helpful for that. But I want to talk to you about how to address stress management and stress release and relief from the body on a daily basis. And the way I would do that primarily, obviously, as a yoga teacher and as a personal trainer, is to move. But sometimes when I'm really stressed out, it's not easy to move. I'm really tired, or I feel stiff, or there's pain, or I'm cranky. And that's the signal I listen to the most when I'm feeling really resistant to movement. That's when I know, okay, this is something I probably really need to take care of today. So I'm going to show you 3 very simple, pretty easy moves that most of us can do. They are what I like to do, I would say almost daily. I don't say daily because I really don't believe in doing the same thing every day, but this is what I really like to do. So I'm going to talk you through it really quickly, and then you'll see me enjoy myself in these stretches. And the first one is lateral stretching, fancy movement language for side stretching. And the reason I really like this is because we don't get to do it very often in our daily lives, whether sitting or walking or running if you like to exercise. So I love a really good side stretch. I can already feel that. It's so wonderful right in here. And what I love the most about this is that it targets so many areas of my body that can hold on to to hold on to stress. So that's what I'm stretching out now. I like to go into some forward folding, let this movement take me wherever it wants to. There are no real rules. It's whatever feels good to you. I like to really get to that place where I'm feeling the stretch, and it forces me to just slow down my breathing, become more aware of myself, to get centered. And already just doing that just for demonstration purposes already puts me in a different place. It calms me down, it helps me to focus, it definitely starts to relieve stress, and it's basically like a movement meditation. So that's the first thing, and sometimes it'll make you burp. That's a good sign. That's an organ response. The next move I like to do is seated, because I can twist really easy here, and I don't just like to go for a static twist, although it's not bad to do that, but personally I like to add a little movement to it, just like I was in the side stretching, because it feels also kind of biomechanically more efficient to move through many joints of my body. So if it's comfortable, I like to move in almost like a flexing and extending motion. My back arm is supporting me when I do this. And as I tune into my breathing, I start to get right into my neck. And I can feel and hear all the crickly, crackly places in my neck that need to release, particularly after running around and probably not breathing as well as I could be. This is a great way to find that moment in my breath, and obviously in this position it's really nice to take a centered breath. But also when I hear that crackling in my neck, it's just a signal for me to say to myself, oh, okay, I've kind of accumulated some tension in my shoulders and my neck, really common places that people talk about holding tension. And so that's a really simple way to move it out. Even if you're sitting down at work, you could just take a second too. And that's really the trick with any movement you entertain, is to slow it down. So it's not like I showed you this. Oh, okay, down. It was really much more about tuning into myself, tuning into my own body's needs, and listening to that. What is my body asking for? And it's not always convenient, it's not always quick, but it is necessary. And I take that very, very seriously. Whatever my body says to me, that's what I take as my guide for what to do. So the same thing for the last pose. and I love being on my belly. Oh, I'm never on my belly enough, I feel like. I try to even do this at the end of the day. This is something I do try to do somewhat daily, is I'll read a book in the evening like this or up like this because it's helpful to my posture. It relieves a lot of tension in my back, particularly in my lower back. And if that's a really tight place, you can just lift up one leg. I love to load up both, and again, I'm moving. There's no reason that I can't add in some neck and shoulder stuff. Oh, it feels really good. I don't understand how people don't move more, even when tired. I get tired too, trust me. I'm not the kind of movement professional who gets up at 4 a.m. before all her clients, or even 6 and goes to the gym and works out. I wake up early to get paid. I don't wake up early to start working out, but I do try to always introduce movement throughout my day. So even if I'm, like I said, sitting at work, if I'm about to teach a yoga class, I make sure I get something in myself. If I'm on the train, because I live in New York City, I try to be able to do something while on the platform. So it kind of doesn't really matter actually what you do. I'm just showing you three really basic things that work for me. But I want to know what works for you, because the whole point of this is to create a movement repertoire that you can use on a daily basis. Because there are going to be some days where you try to do some of these things and your body's like, like I do want movement, but I don't want that kind. And the practice and the value of practicing is that you get to develop an understanding of what movement is going to serve me best in this moment, to feel better, to relieve pain, to relieve my stress, to help me become more centered and available to the world and the people I want to be of service to. So if this didn't work, I would like to know what does work for you. I want to know what you hate. If you were like, those are bullshit moves, then tell me. I have no problem with that. And also, I have an amazing free, completely free webinar series. It's 4 days, and it's just you learning how to listen to the voice of your body in that 4-part series. It's actually pretty quick, but you get to take your time with it if you'd like to, and I would love for you to sign up. So I'll be providing a link, and I want to hear from you also when you have the experience of moving through that webinar series, literally moving. It's all about stress relief and stress management, which is something we all need more of, but really listening to how your body tells you what it needs and what you find out you want, not what I'm telling you what to do. So give me feedback, let me know. I'm gonna keep stretching and moving and doing all my stuff. Go to the webinar series.